The Missouri House and Senate are making some moves that are getting a little bit concerning. More so, they are actually on a movement to defund police in the state of Missouri. When we look at their efforts to defund the police, I think what we often find is just some misguided thought. Now, why I say that is because their effort is to cut funding and cut taxes. And an effort to cut taxes, I think, is a good thing. I do think we have way too many taxes. But I also think we have to be careful where we're going to cut those taxes from. Missouri has decided to cross over the fence into another person's pasture and cut taxes instead of cutting what they are in control of. I'm going to read to you a little letter that I put together to send to the paper. The Missouri House and Senate have bills currently in the legislative process that will drastically cut funding to sheriff's offices and local police departments in Missouri. How it is set to work is the state will mandate local government tax levies and a portion of sales tax to be cut without regard to the effect it will have on services of Missouri citizens who voted to employ such taxes. Senate Bill 8 will mandate a cut in personal property tax. Senate Bill 131 has an amendment to cut sales tax. Such cuts will deeply impact ambulance and fire service as well. What they're overlooking, I think, is what the true fiscal impact is going to be. The fiscal impact is going to be huge in Missouri if this happens. You know, we operated for a while in Missouri. Well, for many years, we operated in Missouri where an ambulance was simply the hearse from the funeral home to get people to the hospital. Now we have ALS ambulances and BLS ambulances that provide life-saving care en route to the hospital. When you cut property tax and when you cut sales tax, you are removing the funding from fire and ambulance. And if we also look at law enforcement, it'll be a drastic cut to law enforcement. I didn't think we'd see the day in Missouri that they would turn this direction, but they certainly have and seem to be very serious about it. It will cut local law enforcement, where you used to maybe have a sheriff and a deputy or a few deputies, because crime wasn't as rampant as it is today. The moral decay of society has brought this about. So now we have a higher crime rate, and with their funding plan, they're going to cut the local taxes. Yes, the local taxes that you and I voted for or against that took place in our local communities. They're not trying to cut the state tax side of things, because I asked them, why don't you cut state taxes by 50%? Cut all fees and services by 50%. Some of them told me, so, well, the state can't survive if we do that. Well, that's exactly correct. But you're expecting small cities, even large cities, small counties and large counties, small fire districts, large fire districts, ambulance districts, Senate Bill 40 group. You're looking at all of them to be able to survive with a tax that you mandate that is to be cut instead of cutting your own. You see, it comes back to that old thing about, good fences make good neighbors. But what makes good neighbors here is if Missouri, the state of Missouri, would cut the taxes on their side of the fence and give us the relief we need without cutting the local taxes that we actually cast a vote on whether we wanted them or not. The state of Missouri has the opportunity to cut taxes and cut taxes on their side. I wish they'd take that opportunity up and really seriously consider that, because why meddle in another person's pasture? Here we are trying to get along, serving people through the fire service, EMS, serving them through the fire departments, through county, city governments. But yet the state of Missouri says, nope, we're going to cut you so we can put a feather in our hat. But in truth, what they're cutting you out of is the services that support life and good things. Hope you get something out of it. Contact your legislators. They're very serious about this. We've got to get them to understand how deep of an impact this will be. Have a great day.